protecting the rim. You don't think of him as a center, but he really is. But I think what makes him special and what is the next level for him is his ability to play point forward or point center on one end, but then protect the rim on the other end. And once he adds that last piece offensively, which, you know, for Kawhi, it wasn't until, 2017?
Exactly.
And he had that, all of a sudden he could create that little 18-footer for himself, and then he became unstoppable. That's the last piece for Giannis.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And for Milwaukee, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. And it's Lopez in at the 5 down low. And here's Lowry, following the three-pointer by Chris Middleton. Now Lowry, he picked up 21 points in their last win against Utah. Just 5 on the clock. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. And just about a minute into the first quarter, he gets that one.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Giannis drives in.
And Antetokounmpo is an excellent penetrator. Moves as a man much smaller would. I mean, this guy's 7 feet tall with that kind of agility. Just finds ways to knife inside the lane and finish through contact. Really impressive.
Lowry looking around. And the Raptors hit again from deep. And with the 2K Esports League, Bill, players not only get a salary, they can also sign endorsement deals. They're celebrities now unto themselves.
So what are the endorsement deals that the 2K players sign? Is it like hat? Because you're not really moving. Nobody can people see your clothes? They can, right?
They can
so you
see your
sneakers,
clothes.
hats,
Maybe it's a hat. Maybe it's
drinks,
a shirt. All of it.
Do the announcers get endorsement
Gloves.
deals? Where's our endorsement
Well, if
deal
they
money?
don't, we could probably make the stab for it right here.
I'm ready.
This is the venue to do it right
I'm
here.
ready to do whatever.
Let's change the culture.
CTC.
Free throw, good. Matthews.
You know, Wes Matthews plays with that chip and edge that comes from not being drafted. He's a quality player now, and I think that edge has served him well throughout his career.
He hits both from the stripe. Toronto's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. Stolen by Bledsoe. And now running up the court, Bledsoe pushing it up. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just relentless in the open floor. Bledsoe, it's a big challenge trying to stop him in transition.
Here's VanVleet. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Lowry can't get it to go. For Milwaukee, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Giannis passes to Lopez. Bledsoe dishes to Lopez. Here's the 3. No good that time. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Ibaka finds Siakam. Raptors moving the ball around. Ibaka, no luck.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Siakam.
And, you know, at almost 7 feet tall, Antetokounmpo is dangerous down inside, really. I mean, the defense has to be physical with him if they want to have a chance at preventing him from scoring in the paint.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, since entering the league at age 18, Antetokounmpo has really grown. The Greek Freak, now one of the league's premier talents, no doubt.
He makes one of two that time. And so Lowry will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors, trailing by 2. And again, Toronto no up. And Giannis earning another All-NBA nod, Bill. He'll be eligible to sign the biggest contract in NBA history this coming
I thought
summer.
You had the biggest contract
After
in NBA history.
After you.
Oh, I'm sorry,
after
I'm
you.
confused. Well, what's funny about this is they could have signed him to the max a few years ago, and there was this rule that you could only have one guy on your team could have a 5-year max, and they were saving it for Jabari Parker.
Right.
So they signed him for 4 years, $100 million, a little bit of a discount. Now he's going to make them pay. And
in a big way.
If I was Giannis, I would be very spiteful about the fact that they cared about Jabari more than me, and I would want to sign with the Celtics. But that's just me.
That was a different GM, though, at the time.
Listen, it doesn't matter who it was.
Right.
They didn't treat you right, Giannis. You should leave.
And here's Bledsoe following Kyle Lowry's 3.
It's a major challenge trying to contain Bledsoe. I mean, when he's being aggressive, he puts the defense in a tough spot.
The Bucks have gone 3 of 4 at the free throw line tonight.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
The free throw drops for Eric Bledsoe.
You know, one of the things I'd like to see Bledsoe improve on is his passing. Other than that, I think his overall game is pretty solid.
Bledsoe hits them both. And so here's Toronto. It's a 3-point game. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often.
And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early, and just one more will put him over the limit.
Antetokounmpo looking it over. With the fadeaway. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Lowry against Middleton. There's the 3. Siakam misses. Bucks leading by 3. Bill, if you were building a franchise from scratch, which one current player would you begin with or build around?
Probably Giannis, because he's
Still
turning
young enough
25 this year. I still feel like the ceiling of what he's going to do is go up as he becomes more of a shot maker. He's really durable, which I think is underrated. Like, he's just built to play basketball. There's certain guys like that. I think Kevin Garnett was like that. Tim Duncan was like that. Just guys who you just know are going to be around for 17, 18 years. The way I like to watch the running styles, and the game just comes so easy to him. He's so athletic and really cares and is really competitive and just wants to do this and win at basketball. That's how I think.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Now, here is Ibaka. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Utah Jazz. Just 4 to shoot. Lowry can't get it to go. Bucks leading by 6. And here's Matthews. Lopez kicks to Middleton. Bledsoe taking his time here. Puts it up from 15. And it's Lopez. That time on the assist from Eric Bledsoe.
Eric Bledsoe becoming much better at threading the needle on those passes, and whenever he does so, it's good to see.
Bledsoe against Lowry. Siakam outside. In the corner, it's Van Vliet. Over Lopez. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. To the paint. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Well, you hate to give Lopez an easy one around the rim, but you don't like sending him to the line either.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Milwaukee.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Something else they've been able to do so far tonight is earn those tough points in the paint.
And he knocks down the first one.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
And that is always a good recipe for offensive efficiency and a key to their lead tonight.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Dante DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hill's subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Brook Lopez hits them both.
And trailing here in the early going, too many careless fouls, and they're giving up a lot of trips to the line.
Yeah, not only the trips to the line are a concern, but the foul trouble also. You've got to play defense with your feet and do so without fouling. Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Bill, you look at the awards given out by the league. Most have been around for a while. But is there any award that you'd like to add? Something that's not being touched on in terms of high performance and success?
I think that there should be a playoff MVP. I made this case in my book.
That's a great idea.
There's always like a best guy in every postseason, and I would like to see who that would be. And it's pretty easy to go backwards and figure out who it was. I did that. Just go backwards and have all the backstory of who it should have been, but then going forward, now here are the ones we're adding. I would like to see that. I would also like to see a best bench celebration award, because certain teams just have these guys. They're good at pointing. They're good at fist pumping. First guy during the timeout running over.
Chest bumps.
They have handshakes.
All of it, yeah.
They're waiting at the scorer's table before the game to do the special handshake with each guy. I feel like that guy deserves some shine. Last year, DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one of the first guys I remember who was just great at this before he started playing. Late 2000s clips. I was like, man, this guy's really, he's not playing, but he's really figuring out how to affect the game.
Good. I like that. Foul for 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And, you know, Kevin, Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, at his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Here's Connaughton. No points in the game yet for him. Latrey. Gasol with the rebound.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass. The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. Korver comes in for Pat Connaughton. And Toronto also making a switch. Boucher is checked in. Bucks leading by 3. Bill, was in Boston where you received your master's degree in journalism. What attracted you to this profession? Why journalism?
I couldn't do anything else, and I didn't like manual labor.
No, really.
No, that really was it. I was good at writing.
Anybody in your family or anybody you
No,
idolize?
I was always a good writer, and I liked writing and sports. So
Yeah.
just kind of like, I'll do those two things
Did it in
together.
high school, I'm assuming?
Yeah, started in high school. I had the big thing for me was in college. I had a column for the school newspaper, really from freshman year on, and around sophomore year, I felt like it started to get momentum, and that was the first time I thought, I wonder if I can get paid for this.
Right.
Which, as it turned out, no, until I was about 29.
Yeah.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And he makes both free throws. Hill with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And there's the pass to Lopez. Now here's Ilyasova. Pass to Hill. Here's Lopez. Good work defensively by Gasol.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Picked away. There's Hollis Jefferson. It's stolen. Here's DiVincenzo. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
The Raptors have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Those are good numbers for
Shooting 2.
any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
The first free throw is good. And so he makes both from the line. Milwaukee in the lead. To the inside. Gasol with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. Makes it off the glass. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Raptors.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
Now here's Davis. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Inside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Kyle Korver.
And you know, when he came into the league, Gasol's weakness was thought to be defense, but now one of the NBA's premier post defenders.
Toronto shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Marc Gasol. Marvin Williams is checked in for Ilyasova. He doesn't get the second one.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
For Milwaukee, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts. That's good from Lopez.
And the fun-loving personality Lopez has makes him a likable teammate. It's clear that they love playing with him.
Lopez hits them both. And so it's Davis. He'll bring the ball up for the Raptors. Trailing by 2. Now here's Powell. He's tightly guarded. Rebound by Williams. Here's DiVincenzo. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
Better safe than sorry, right?
Chris Middleton has been on display for Milwaukee. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's listen to Pascal Siakam talking about the work ethic of his teammates.
You come in every day. Guys in the gym every single day. So I used to think that I was always the hardest worker, but, just coming to see guys, the amount of work that they put in, trying to get better each and every day.
And, Greg, when everyone is working hard, it builds a chemistry.
And a culture. Kevin, winning teams all have it. It's not enough to be here. You want to win.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Bucks, guys.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
We've got Marvin Williams. He's out there with Robin Lopez. George Hill out there with Kyle Korver. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who Milwaukee starts the second with.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, Kevin, Kyle Lowry is hard-nosed, as we all know, and if you ask him, it comes from his upbringing in Philadelphia. Lowry said, "A Philly player is what a basketball player is. We played on concrete. You got to be mentally tough. You're not trying to be athletic. You get hit the wrong way, you run into a metal pole." And Kevin, that's what made him, from Philly to Villanova to Toronto, to an NBA champion.
I don't know about running into the metal pole, but that sounds painful. But he's certainly as tough as he can be. David, thank you.
You really got to admire the reach of Gasol. He's excellent at utilizing those long arms of his to turn away shots.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
And Milwaukee, as recently as 2014, Bill, they were last in the league in attendance. So nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, until they have expansion. Maybe that's the only way they could go down. When you have one of the best 6 players in the league, that usually helps your attendance.
People forget about Milwaukee back in the 70s.
I don't.
And I don't
The
either.
Celtics played them in the 74 finals. That was the first finals I ever went to.
Really?
Kareem. I was at the game with the skyhook to win in double overtime, game 6. But, yeah, they have a really good history. I actually really like the 80s teams that never could quite get over the hump. They came very close a bunch of times.
I bet you love the Mecca. Not just looking at it on
Love the
TV,
Mecca.
how great place.
It was one of the great old arenas. They just don't make them that way anymore.
And the basket by Hill.
And, you know, when Hill is working the pick and roll, he's got a lot of different ways that he can hurt you. He's very talented, and he's also a good decision maker, and that makes it problematic for the defense.
Pass to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Fader on the way, and the Raptors tack on 2 more.
And through the years, he's become very confident in that shot. Gasol's almost better from mid-range than he is in tight. That's a great weapon for a 7-footer to have.
Williams passes to Hill. Lopez with the ball. Shot clock at 6. Gasol with the defensive effort. For Toronto, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Powell, and it's sent back by Lopez.
And the space Lopez is able to cover on defense, using that size and length to reject the shots.
A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Hill. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. Fred VanVleet comes in for Davis. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Here's Powell. That shot off the mark. Good tee by Williams. Pass to Middleton. Bledsoe with it. Guarded by Powell. Outside Korver. There's the pass to Middleton. 6 to shoot. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Raptors with the lead. Bill, you wear so many hats, writing, producing, performing. You're running the ringer, which is highly successful. What role satisfies you the most?
I would say working with young people and trying to help them get better. I think that's the coolest thing you can do, especially if you feel like you've done some good stuff and accomplished some things and realized some dreams. Like the next thing to do is just to... Can you help other people get to where they should get?
Well, a lot of this wasn't around when you and I were growing up. So
No.
what were your dreams?
My dream initially was just to write a sports column that people read.
In the
That's what I
Globe.
wanted forever, yeah. And then the most satisfying thing is just not knowing what's next, but taking chances and hoping things are going to be fun and work out. You have to have a good team around you, and you have to have like 6 or 7 awesome people that you completely trust who can help you do stuff, because it's impossible to do everything yourself, especially if you're trying to increase the scale of what you're doing. And I think that even works for an NBA organization. You know, it's not like one person running everything. I would say putting a good team around you is the most important thing.
The shot's good.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Takes a 3. Good on the triple. Middleton's got 11 points.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
Toronto leading by 3. Now Siakam. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And his passing also off the charts in that game. In just about every aspect of their offense, he was dialed in. Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Hey, guys standing around spectating, I mean, you got to get in there and get tough.
Here's Bledsoe. Misses off the right iron.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he challenged the shot, and you can see the effects on the release of that shot. I mean, it turned a simple jumper into a tough one.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul against Milwaukee. For Toronto, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Marcus Hall. A different look for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Antetokounmpo comes in for Marvin Williams. And it's Pat Connaughton in for Kyle Korver. Then for the Raptors, OG Anunoby comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Powell. Off off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Bucks trail by 6. Here's Connaughton. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Kicks it out to Siakam, and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. And let's take this break to recognize some of the league's small forwards that have been on fire at the charity stripe for all of the past month. Second, Chris Middleton.
And knowing what I do about the guys on that list, I can tell you they put a lot of long hours in the gym to get those percentages to where they are.
Well, you can't get those numbers without the work, and they've posted impressive numbers, and all of them are naturally gifted shooters, but you have to add to natural ability the work required to bring it to fruition.
That one's good, and the Raptor lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Antetokounmpo.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
Van Vliet finds Lowry, and the 3 off target. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Connaughton passes to Bledsoe. Now here's Ilyasova. Here's Giannis. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Marc Gasol. Ibaka, the pass to Siakam. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Van Vliet. This one for 3. Giannis grabs the miss. Giannis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's the dish to Ilyasova. Back to Giannis. Lets it go with the 3. Another miss by Giannis.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
A 5-time All-Star. Lowry has come a long way since being drafted 24th overall back in 2006.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And what a season he's had at the foul line thus far. 86% from the line.
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry. And the Bucks making a change here. Matthews is checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And I tell you, it's ridiculous how much space Antetokounmpo covers in just 2 strides. I mean, the way he handles himself going to the basket, man, it is one sight to see.
Here's Bledsoe, and he uses the glass on the layup. And now just a 2-point Raptor lead.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
And there's another turnover by the Raptors. Last time they met was in Toronto.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
The Bucks making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Bledsoe outside. Antetokounmpo trying to free himself up. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. Toronto, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Siakam passes to Ibaka. No good on the three.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Giannis. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Here's Ibaka. The shot, no good. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. Bledsoe dishes to Giannis. The score now all even. Giannis has got 11 points.
Antetokounmpo going to work inside. Yeah, he's 6'11", but he's also relentless.
Lowry passes to Siakam. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's his first trip to the line.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
And one look at the box score will confirm that. And guys, that's an increase in his free throw percentage from last year. Maybe not a large one, but it is a little bit higher, so you've got to like that progress.
Throw good. Siakam. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for the Bucks. And Toronto also making a switch. Davis is checked in for Fred VanVleet. And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
On the wing, Giannis. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Man, he's got it going now. And when he's in this kind of a zone, I think the D's happy to just get out of Antetokounmpo's way.
Well, Bill, I know you've got to run. Marvelous to have you on the program. Wish we could do it more often.
Let's do it right now. I don't have to run. Can I stay?
Yes, you can
All
always
right.
stay.
I don't want to leave.
You have a free ticket here anytime you want.
I want to stay, please.
The microphone's always open.
Thank you.
And Clark, you know what? Bill will always give you a great point of view.
And you know what? I think he needs his own barbershop talk show, Kevin. I mean, he's done everything else in media. Go barbershop on him, Bill.
Here's DiVincenzo. Now recovering. That gives them the lead. DiVincenzo's got 6.
Man, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now here is Lowry. Defense right on him. Lopez with the block.
You could see Lopez tracking that shot the whole way. Nice awareness from him and a terrific rejection as well.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
Davis against Giannis. 5 to shoot. A baseline J. And that one goes long. Milwaukee leading by 4. Here's Matthews. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And Matthews streaks down the floor. Fantastic score in the open court. He can get to the rim or hurt you with the 3.
Ibaka finds Lowry. Swiped away. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right as far. A pretty evenly contested game. Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slot. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry. And it's Ibaka in at the 5. And Clark, throughout your NBA career, you always wore number 33.
And when the Greek Freak takes flight, I mean, he's looking to tear that rim apart. So ferocious in his throwdowns.
Van Vliet kicks to low. Off target from outside.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
Antetokounmpo dishes to Bledsoe. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer, he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Pass to Lopez. He kicks to Middleton. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Man, can he finish. Chris Middleton, so good at driving inside. And if you don't get there soon enough, he's turning it over on top of your head.
Lowry against Bledsoe. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Brook Lopez. And only 6 feet tall in shoes, Fred Van Vliet's not the biggest, but his toughness, his toughness, mentally and physically, is unquestioned.
And Kevin, growing up in Rockford, Illinois, gave him that perspective. Friends and family gone too soon. Basketball was the path to something better.
He throw good, Van Vliet. Good on both. And it's Bledsoe with the ball for the Bucks. They've led by as much as 10. Dishes to Matthews. Giannis against Siakam. Antetokounmpo. And the rejection by Ibaka. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play. So it'll be Giannis Antetokounmpo shooting. Kyle Lowry picks one up there.
Well, you know, it's hard to overstate the impact that Giannis has on the floor with his play. I mean, he gives you so much at both ends of the floor, offense and defense, and really draws a lot of attention from the opposing team.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
That's good from Antetokounmpo. The efficiency of Giannis. Clark, that's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. For years, people were asking, how scary is Giannis going to be? Well, we got our answer pretty much in the form of he's a nightmare.
Tipped away. Passes it to Van Vliet. 4 on the shot clock. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Bucks leading by 10. Bledsoe outside. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Bledsoe's got 5 points now in the quarter.
It's a quiet, rugged demeanor that Bledsoe plays with, and he doesn't back away from anybody on the court.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
You know, while Eric Bledsoe isn't a 20-point-per-game scorer like he was in Phoenix, you could argue that he's a more effective player since coming to Milwaukee. His efficiency is at a career-high level.
and checking out the numbers for Antetokounmpo. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. First in rebounding and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And just going back real quick to the fact that he's tops in the league in rebounds, what a tremendous feat. What a monster he is in the paint. There's the lob into the Antetokounmpo, an emphatic LU jam.
And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Bledsoe against Lowry. And here is Van Vliet. He's got 6. Good D by Matthews.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Middleton finds Antetokounmpo. He can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Ibaka. Van Vliet passes to Siakam. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Bledsoe. George Hill's checked in for Wesley Matthews. Raptors also changing it up. Boucher is checked in. And it's Powell in for OG Anunoby. And the Raptors with the ball. It's a 14-point game. Here's Ibaka, and the Raptors miss again.
And the fadeaway was the only option he had on that one. Defender there all over.
Here's Giannis. Another shot, and that's good off the glass that time. Giannis has got 9 points in the quarter.
Just make sure you keep getting him touches. I mean, you love what he's doing at the offensive end. Don't go away from him.
Van Vliet with it. He's picked up by Hill. Lopez against Powell. Trying to get something going. The rebound by the Bucks. Giannis has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after him. The pass to Lopez. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Bucks.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
Another thing they've done tonight is work the ball into the paint for plenty of those close-range points. You got to have those.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Ilyasova comes in for Brook Lopez. And it's Korver in for Eric Bledsoe. Free throw, no good for Antetokounmpo. Look, we've talked about footwork, but a player's hands, how he catches, how he passes, the use of his hands are huge. And there are a couple guys out there that are great at that.
Kawhi Leonard has got some mitts unlike any other in the league. I mean, he's not that tall. He's long-armed, and his hands are humongous. That ball looks like a tennis ball in his hands. And not only are they big, they're good. He's active with them on defense, and he's very strong in how he handles the ball offensively. You know, I think about a guy in terms of maybe not size, but really good hands. Jokic, his hands are phenomenal.
Powell against Middleton. Boucher's shot is off.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
And the Raptors call time here. And Clark with Giannis, you could see the change in his demeanor last year. You know, he knew he was unguardable when he was on the floor.
Well, guys, you know you're special when you can say nobody can stop me, and the general consensus is you're right. I mean, I can't think of any player in the NBA that's really suited to guard Giannis with his blend of speed and strength and ball skills. That guy handles the ball exceptionally well for a big man.
Making a change here. DiVincenzo's checked in. Let's quickly take a look at the standings out east. The season nearly complete. Taking a look at Milwaukee. What a run they've had this year. In first place and charging seemingly at will toward the postseason. These guys have been outstanding. And checking out Toronto, right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
And I think for Toronto, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And Giannis throws it down.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Powell. Clock at 6. Here's Gasol. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And just like his brother Powell, Marc Gasol active in humanitarian causes.
I mean, we saw him volunteering on rescue boats in the Mediterranean. Marc doing his part, but also bringing attention to that humanitarian crisis.
That free throw, no good.
As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
Davis is checked in for Fred VanVleet. And he's good on the second. And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
And you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
And it's blocked. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto last season, Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. He has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. Clark, I have sat next to you doing these games for years. What's prevented you from taking a coaching position at some level? Because I hear you talk, I'm thinking you'd be a perfect coach.
Well, a couple of things. One, coaching never lets up. It's always on you, and I've come to enjoy the fact that I can be fully immersed as a broadcaster and work with great guys like you and others, and then have a period of time where I don't have to be immersed in basketball, and I've enjoyed that. And I also haven't trained or prepared to be a coach because it is demanding in terms of the hours that you have to put in. And I've got a little more job security, I think, in the role that I serve as an analyst as opposed to what might happen if I did try to be a coach.
You've got all the security in the world, believe me. Williams, he's checked in for the Bucks. Pat Connaughton comes in for Chris Middleton. Both good from the line that time.
Well, Milwaukee is exactly what a small market success story looks like.
Yeah, you know, a great eye for talent and also some good fortune in landing a player like Giannis in the draft. And small market teams have to home grow their superstars. Then they made smart moves surrounding Giannis with talent and an outstanding coach. The front office deserves buku credit for how they've turned this team into a finals contender.
Throw good, Davis. Hill with it. They grab their own miss. Williams kicks to Connaughton. Now here's Ilyasova. Here's DiVincenzo. Not going to go that time. Good work defensively by Gasol. Now here's Powell. Defense is right there. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And that 84% free throw percentage is a testament to all the hard work he's put in on the line.
You know, one thing about getting going at the free throw line like he has this season, it can continue to carry over.
The free throw drops for Powell. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Passes it to Williams. Here's Connaughton. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Davis against Hill. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ilyasova. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. And the Bucks lead by 19.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
And the pass to Gasol. Rebound by Williams.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Pass to Gasol. Lays it up off the glass. Gasol's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. Siakam is checked in for Toronto. OG Anunoby comes in for Hollis Jefferson.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Powell, the pass to Anunoby. And here is Siakam. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. Lopez with the steal. Hill against Davis. Hill kicks to Lopez. Outside Williams. Pass to Connaughton. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Connaughton's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Siakam looking around. Lopez with the block. Fast break, here they come. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Here's Davis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Hill.
Shooting for Toronto. Davis taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. Matthews, he's checked in for Hill. Raptors also changing it up. Ibaka comes in for Marc Gasol. And it's Lowry in for Powell. He's off on the second. And it's Milwaukee's ball. They're on a 12-3 run. Keeps it alive.
Matthews has a nice feel, guys, for when a teammate has a clean look, gets him the ball.
There's 1:17 left to play in the third. Now Davis. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. Pass to Anunoby. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by the Bucks. Matthews left side. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Boy, Wesley Matthews brings a ton of energy, and I love that. Solid at putting the defense in a pickle and then forcing the contact to draw the foul.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
76% at the stripe for him thus far this season.
You know, guys, that's not quite the same success rate he had at the line last year, although it is somewhat in the neighborhood of last year's numbers.
The first one falls. A different look for Milwaukee. Lopez comes in for Marvin Williams. And Eric Bledsoe is subbed in for Dante DiVincenzo. So he gets them both. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Siakam against Lopez. Siakam kicks to Anunoby. The pass to Davis. Ibaka right side. 6 on the shot clock, and the shot goes in. Ibaka's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the lean frame of Ibaka, taking the punishment but still converting the basket. Toughness.
Pass to Connaughton. Fires from deep. Toronto grabs the miss. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got 6. Bledsoe outside. Here's Lopez. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
A guy that doesn't give up on the glass. Lopez, a real force at rebounding the ball.
And so it's Milwaukee in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. We'll return shortly. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Kyle Korver. Brook Lopez is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's Connaughton in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee to the middle. And the dunk by Lopez.
Putting that stanchion to the test, the big fella, banging it down.
Davis, the pass to Thomas. But for a while now, you and I were just talking, we've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
1 minute now into this 4th quarter. Here's McCall. Pass to Thomas. 5 to shoot. Over Bledsoe. Thomas, no good. And for Milwaukee, their shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
You got to push Bledsoe away from the paint. Keep him on the perimeter. If you don't, this is what happens.
McCaw kicks to Davis. Ibaka outside. And that one falls coming off of Davis's feed. Davis has got his 5th assist in this one. Bledsoe outside. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got 7 rebounds in the game. Lopez with the steal. Bledsoe outside. Passes to Lopez. Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about it, market size, nightlife for some guys is important, business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles. Season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have a family, Clark, when you played your last couple years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
Lopez with the block. Outside Korver. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. The pass to Connaughton. Back to Bledsoe. Kicks to Lopez. Just 5 to shoot. That's a 2 from Korver, and he makes good on his first shot of the game.
Yeah, that catch-and-shoot game of Korver is lethal. His ability to immediately fire off the pass as good as it gets.
Pass to Ibaka. He dishes it to Davis. Lopez with the block. Now the Bucks moving it up. Here's Connaughton, and he goes in for the dunk.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Pass to Ibaka. Over Lopez. And there's Ibaka. That's good on the assist by Davis. Davis has got 6 assists here tonight.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Korver with it. Now Thomas defending. For 3, Bledsoe hits it from 3-point range. Bledsoe's got 10 points in just the second half.
This is a positive sign for sure. I mean, when Bledsoe's hitting this, I think it ignites the entire squad.
Inside, here's Johnson, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Brook Lopez. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. And they feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Lopez. Sterling Brown comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Hill in for Eric Bledsoe. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. Do you like that?
Yes and no. I think you have 2 separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. Lopez finds Ilyasova. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Good work there as it goes. Korver's got 4 points in the quarter.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
Brown against Thomas. Passes it to Boucher. Here's McCall. Now the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Over Hill. That's tipped. Milwaukee has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And now it's Brown running. He can go all the way.
And Korver, a team-first guy. When one of his guys is open, he wastes no time in delivering the pass.
Here's McCall. He's guarded by Hill. McCaw, the pass to Boucher. Johnson surveying the floor. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clark, do you think the NBA should consider expanding the use of replay? I know you personally hate to slow the game down, but you also want the calls to be correct.
Well, it depends on the circumstances, Kevin. I like the fact that replay is available and it helps enhance the ability of the officials to get calls correct. Expanding the use of replay, though, has to be done very judiciously. There are a couple of areas, goaltending would be one, where you take a look to see if that's the case. But I think flow of game takes priority over trying to get every single call right just because you think technology gives you a chance to do that.
The Bucks making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And both free throws good for Johnson. Here's Hill. Pass to Williams. The dish to Korver. Outside Hill. Shot clock at 6. Back to Korver. Bucks passing it around. Here's Ilyasova. Good D by Johnson. The Raptors have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Boucher kicks to McCaw and taken away by Brown. And here we go. Fast break. Korver's got it. And he gets it to go.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
Down low, there's Hollis Jefferson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Taking it right at the defense. Hollis Jefferson in attack mode.
Outside Korver. Ilyasova against Johnson. Pass to Hill. Now here's Ilyasova. He kicks to Brown. Outside Korver. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And it's 7 points for Kyle Korver.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Johnson with the bounce pass. Thomas against Korver. Boucher passes it to Hollis Jefferson. Ilyasova against Johnson. Fades away. And another shot. There's Hollis Jefferson. Draws contact on the shot. And now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
Lopez, he's checked in for the Bucks.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just a notch below the NBA in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
To the wing on the left. Hollis Jefferson finds Johnson. And Marvin Williams picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Toronto.
Serge Ibaka.
Here's McCall. Johnson outside. And there's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Korver. Korver's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hill looking it over. Here's Lopez. Over Ibaka. And it's off the back rim. No good. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Toronto Raptors. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson.
He is out there for his defense. But as quiet as it's kept, Hollis Jefferson making an impact with his scoring, too.
Hill dishes to Brown. Lopez inside. Defended by Ibaka. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And have to respect the inside game of Lopez. Even when you contest him, he stays focused near the rim.
Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds?
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion.
The free throw off from Lopez. Toronto shooting here in the fourth quarter, around 41%. It's Thomas outside. He can't get that one to fall. And Milwaukee the other way now. Outside Hill. 1:32 left to play here in the fourth. Outside Williams. Lopez finds Korver. And it's off from three-point range.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Bucks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And the way he rebounded, he surely was a spark for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
Well, you talk about defensive potential, all defense potential. Look no further than Rondé Hollis Jefferson.
At the line for the Raptors, Rondé Hollis Jefferson. At the line for 2.
That free throw good from Hollis Jefferson. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for George Hill. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 40 seconds left in the fourth. Here's DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. Here's Lopez, and there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
Yeah, leaving nothing to chance there. Ibaka goes up strong and finishes with a little attitude.
And here is Lopez. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. And the outcome of this one was never